just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
3, 2, 1, bingo!
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the 603 Mini Cup Racing podcast. I am your host, Peter Ravy. My son Jacob is the co-host, and tonight we have Jason Faulkner, and on his way we have the driver of the 41 car, William Elliott. What's going on, man?
How much?
You get your car ready?
Yeah, actually, we got a lot done. Got a lot of the body work done. Yeah, a lot of fiberglass work and resin.
Keep the toolboxes off it.
Well, it wasn't that. It was a little altercation from last year. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of work done here. As everybody knows, that Jonathan Bays won't be racing with us this year. He's going out to Washington to be with his girlfriend, who is pregnant. So we inherited his car, and we got Chris Jones driving the 33 this year. So
How did she get pregnant from Washington?
I don't know.
Anyway.
He probably mailed it to her. But no, we got Chris Jones that's going to be driving the 33 Rigid. So we got that one. That car is just about ready for Monadnock. Thanks to Keith and Liam coming here working on the other cars. We actually have 5 cars here that are good and ready to go for Monadnock. Hey Sean, how are you? Monadnock is just a track.
No, I really don't know because I've never been to that track.
Yeah, well, Nick Adams was supposed to be here tonight, but he's at work. He's the voice of Monadnock in Claremont Motorsports Park. But he will be on probably next week. Hey, Chris. But yeah, Chris Jones helped.
What's going on, Chris?
We sheet metaled the whole car. We got it ready. We just gotta block his wheels and do a hind joint and fix the outer bearing. But other than that 33 car is good and ready to go.
Nice. Good.
So, yeah, and then Liam McAdams' car, the 21's good and ready.
My car's fixed, ready to go.
Yeah, Jacobs is ready to go.
Are you sure, Jacob?
Yep.
Jake DeFrancisco in the 36, that car is good and ready to go. The 28 of Keith Chandler, that car is actually done and ready to go.
He's put a lot of work into that.
We put in a lot of work into all these cars. Jacob, we got to get over to Dennis Cody's house and see if we can help him, or if he cannot get it over to Ken's house to drop the seat for Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan has to be there, though, when we do it.
And if you guys notice, we have a new sponsor on our screen. Make sure, they go all over the place for paintball. The guy's an absolute amazing. He's puts a lot of work into that, and apparently they had over 3,000 people in New Jersey last weekend for the paintball tournament. So it's quite amazing, and I'd like to welcome him aboard on the Mini Cup Series. But yeah, it's incredible on the amount of cars that we're gonna have from Monadnock. Buster Ratcliffe was just here. I picked up a clutch. He'll be there. Sean Martin is actually away on vacation, so he should be there. I'm hoping. I'd like to see my 78 car back on the track again. It's been 2 years. But yeah, it's amazing on, there was only 10 cars at Claremont, but that's the first race of the year and the cars weren't ready, so, but yeah.
I mean, I could have been ready. I could have just taken the trailer straight there and the truck and just offloaded it because the car was fine.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, you know what? Let me check this. Let me zero out some stuff. Let me zero out the car. So we got the car wide enough in the front end. And then I'm like, all right, let's check the rear end now. So, we got the suspension dialed in. Which, we have a overall spring rate now. And got the front end wide enough. And it's funny, it's like, well, is everything torqued down right? Is everything this, everything that? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, what the fuck? Now the whole rear end is completely out, which is not that hard to do. It's only 6 bolts. And it's like, oh shit, that's the wrong bearings that are in the car. Damn it. So I'm sitting there, like, what the hell? So I finally got the bearings off. And, put the right stuff on. And now I'm a little bit more confident this year than I was last year. Last year was just a abysmal year for me personally. Just going through a lot. you know, and this year is just definitely putting the work into it because the work you put into it is where you can get out of it in the end. So, you know, what you put in, you're gonna get out. It might not be first couple races, but you start noticing that stuff.
Yeah.
So,
cool.
That's a lot of fun. You know, just fun racing with you guys. You know, I mean, I think I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, man, how many years has it been? About 5 years, at least. Shit. 5 years have gone by real fast. So,
Jacob, what was the issue with your car at Claremont?
So the issue with my car was the black block for the pulse that's right behind the carburetor, and also not having a hose clamp on the pulse side of the pump. So it's sucking in too much air, and then once I put a hose clamp on it, it started filling the fuel filter, and then it turned right over. Car fires right up now.
Are you sure it wasn't the driver?
And then other than the tire sliding in, but that's fixed.
You sure it wasn't the driver?
I thought you blew up when I saw that smoke.
Yeah, no, my right rear tire slid in. I knew it slid in because it slowed me down. So
yeah.
If I would have blown up, the motor wouldn't be running.
Oh, obviously.
I got a spare for a reason, though.
That's a brand new motor in that car anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, Alyssa. But yeah, so you're good and ready to go in your car. Yeah, I mean, last race winner is Hayden Kingsley. So when we drop the chips, Hayden will be starting in the rear of the feature. Be starting in the rear of the heat. And then wherever he finishes in the heat is where he will be starting in the feature. We're not going to do any handicap or anything like that. So, but that goes for anybody who wins a feature. The following race, be prepared to start in the rear for the heat. If we can get enough cars there, we'll be splitting up the heats. If we get enough suspendeds and enough rigids, we'll just split them up. So put the rigids with the rigids and the suspendeds with the suspendeds. But no, that's track rule. Any more than 10 cars, we have 2 heats.
The cars are tiny. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, you can get 20 cars on there and equal the same amount of length as 10 cars as a full-size car.
The first heat will have the inside. The second heat will have the outside. So that's how it's going to work. But it's going to be a good race either way. You know, we're gonna have.
I mean, this is another track that you don't. I mean, we're just going to make this point in simple right now. Whoever's listening, watching, going to watch this later, whatever. You know, there's 2 tracks that you really don't want to, the guy, you can't get around the guy. Yes, you can't get around the guy. And it's like, okay, well, you don't want to spank that ass in front of you because you're going to throw him in the wall. And this is another track that's really not the place to do it.
Right.
That Anley, you just don't want to do that.
Right.
And there'd be a strict rule about that, too.
Yeah, so, Alyssa, to answer your question, yes, the new drivers will be racing at Lee and still won't the rigid drivers. So, yes, they will be racing at Lee. Chris Jones, if there's enough cars, would you do a rigid race and a suspended race? Yes, we will be, we actually will be doing that at the Claremont karting track. We will be splitting them up, so there will be 2 separate races, Chris, yes. Mm-hmm. But on the bigger tracks, we will all be racing together. But I score the rigids and the suspended separately.
Well, yeah, we're splitting that up because it's such a confined track.
It is. I agree.
And you rigids, I mean, I've ran both. Rigids are just not like all over the place, but very loose. Versus the suspendeds where you're more locked down.
Right.
But even the suspenders can get pretty loose. Just start mowing the lawn there. I mean, it's very simple to do.
Well, you know that from experience.
I've never ran there with a mini cup. I ran there with the senior champs, champ carts and WKA a few times. And yeah, I do know from experience.
Yeah, you do. Especially at Riverside, you tried to jump the car and it didn't work. When you blew up.
You guys are still onto that from like 2 years ago. I didn't even go to Riverside last year.
No, you didn't actually.
No, I was so pissed off that I didn't care. I just let the steering wheel go. Yeah. That motor, I mean, that's how this is I don't even know how we sent that piston into space, because
no hole in your back window or nothing.
I don't even remember what the whole cause of it was. It wasn't lack of oil. It was lack of something. Something broke, and when it did, it just shot particles everywhere, and that's how you get pistons into space. But I was so pissed off because we were so damn fast, and I kind of had a feeling. I'm like, this car has never been this fast before. I mean, you always hear that misleading information of, you know your motor's going to go when nothing's cranking RPM.
Right.
And it didn't really crank RPM until I looked down at the micron, and I'm going, why is it saying 9? It went from like 9,100 to like 8,700 to like 60 something, and it was all over the place. I'm like, oh, it's just an error. Well, it was, unless I was spinning tire going in the corner. I mean, there's no way that could happen, but we figured out what happened. There was just definitely something that was going in that car. But it was fast. I was pissed off, and I just let the steering wheel go on the backstretch. I pre-saw the jump during the day. I'm like, oh, he started motocross, so hey, let's just let's just jump this thing. And I was about 1.5 feet away.
Unless Lee USA Speedway is no joke, you'd be doing about 100 miles an hour.
A little more than that.
Maybe a little bit more, but it's pretty fast. So.
And that's a place you really don't want to get your first race.
Yeah, no. So,
I mean, this...
William Elliott is getting close.
What? Who?
William Elliott.
Okay. Well, let's talk about Lee a little bit here. I mean, this is no joke. I mean, I remember coming out, and Kendall's watching. You know, he can vouch for this. He was behind me for a few laps, and I don't know how many laps it was, but it was me and Abby going at it for a while, and then he passed me, and then I just let him. I mean, I had 12 attempts to throw him into the grandstands. I mean, that's no joke when I say that, because you can literally, you're going so fast that your downforce. Your downforce is there, but not really into the corners.
Right.
It's down. Your downforce is there in the front and back stretch. But going in the corners, that's where the cars are really kind of light, and every time I caught him was coming the apex of 3 and 4, and he would pull away in 1 and 2. I'd get him right at the end of 3, and there was no way. And I'm like, I'm not throwing him in the grandstands tonight. Plus, you got to take care of the elderly, you know. But no, he's a great competitor. He always has been. And that was the first time I actually raced him, so I didn't really know. I mean, I was on his bumper for most of the race.
Yeah.
So
Hayden Kingsley's going to be fast. He was fast up at Claremont, and I think he's going to be the guy that everybody's going to be chasing for half the season. So it's going to come down to Hayden's fast.
Yeah, he's fast. He's a good driver, and it's not about motor. Everyone's like, "Oh, what's that motor?"
It's all about setup.
And that's the thing, and that's what I kind of was teaching myself. Is last year I was pretty much up front. That one race I did with my car at Hudson, I was pretty much up front, and everybody was just battling around like, "There's no way everybody has a stock bone." I had a bone stock carburetor that came off of your shelf that day.
Yep.
Even with the choke fin still on it. I put that thing on. There's something that happened. Something happened to my carburetor, and I was like, you know what? Whatever. I'll run mid-pack, that in the back, whatever. And I'm like, there's no way I'm running this good with this. It's all about the setup in the car.
And it's the fuel problem too, babe.
You what?
She just commented, yeah, Jacob had a good setup at Claremont if he didn't have the tire with the problem with the tire, but it was also the fuel issue I had as well.
Right. Yeah, you were fast.
Could be the driver.
But again, I can't thank Jason Rompery enough for helping me.
Yeah, he's done a lot of work, so.
Well, he's kind of the guy now, and it's funny because he's kind of the guy you want to go to. He's done these a little bit longer than me. He's done these a little bit longer than Sean, but Sean knows his stuff too. And you just whatever you learn from somebody, you just take take that and run with it. Don't ever forget it,
Exactly.
He's stopping, William Elliott's stopping to get a drink right now, and then he'll be here.
It's just delaying it even longer.
But no, it's, we're going to have a good race here. It's just everybody's keeping their head on their shoulders. There wasn't a wreck over at Claremont. So, Edward Owen, hit his brakes and spun and tapped the wall a little bit, but that was the only one.
It's a learning experience for
sure. Right.
Which
he's never been behind the wheel of a car, and he did pretty good. And then Jason Rompuy spinning. That was the only other car.
He knows better too.
But don't forget, Jason Rompuy's in a brand new car that he didn't even know.
Yeah, it looked like a hop. The thing just hopped coming out for some weird reason.
Yeah, I don't know. It is weird, but it's
It was a hop. It's the only thing. You're not gonna be on the brake coming out of a corner.
Right. And I tell you that car, man, I tell you that thing it's gonna be fast. So it's gonna get the right setup in it.
Which is good.
And we like to welcome Kaylee. Kaylee's running with us now this year. She's gonna be driving my one car. Yep. So
Jason was saying that last week.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. She's gonna drive my one car. Jason Rompuy's driving the 7 car. It's just it's gonna be an amazing amount of cars that we're getting each and every weekend. They're starting to get finished. And every time I turn around, there's another one coming out of the woodwork, and another one coming out of the woodwork. And if I can get them cheap enough, then we'll go get them, we'll build them, and we'll field them.
All right.
Pretty soon we'll be up around 40 cars.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Well, speaking about car count, did you see what Eric Heddings put on? Oh yeah, we got 20 cars, but he only took a picture of, like, the first 5 cars or 8 cars in the field. I'm like,
really?
Dude, where's the rest of the...
Yeah, we got...
Oh, wait, they're there. And I'm like, come on.
we have 27 cars.
I haven't commented on it yet, but I will.
We have 27 cars that is actually registered with us. Not knowing if all 27 are ever going to show up together, but there is 27 cars signed up in our series.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, well, let's go.
Right? I'd love to see 27 to 30 cars show up in a race. I'd be ecstatic if the race that they show up with 27 cars is at Lee. That's going to be a really good race. Oktoberfest weekend, October 4th, at Lee USA Speedway.
It'll be a little chilly, guys. It'll be a little chilly.
That would make more...
Just like Claremont. Jesus.
You want to talk about that race? Me in second in that car? I couldn't believe it.
My 88 car, yeah.
There was no setup in that car. I laid eyes on that car that same day, like that afternoon. Jacob, you remember?
Oh yeah, I was pushing you.
Yeah.
And I go.
The last race.
There's no. I'm like, just stay out of the wrecks. That's all I.
No, that's what I tried doing too.
When they started wrecking in front of me, I just kind of swerved to miss. I think it was. I don't know if it was Hayden.
You were close. You missed Hayden by inches.
Hayden, yeah.
Inches coming out of turn 4.
I was like, oh, fucking thank God.
That was close.
Yeah, and then I looped it. And one of the cautions, I mean, not one of the cautions, one of the green flags when we reached that.
Yeah, that was coming out of turn 4.
Yeah. I looped the hell out of it because I just could not hang it because there was...
The track was ice.
Well, but I started, on the outside, and the car just stuck like glue. And I'm like, just follow Kendall. Just follow him until 2 to go. Well, I didn't know that they were going to freaking cut our laps down 5 damn laps. Kendall couldn't hold on no more. And I'm like, I love this crap because I can drive a freaking loose car like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah. I think what it is, they cut the laps because there was nobody in the grandstands and it was actually getting really, really
cold. Well, when it's that cold and your $65 visor that I run the Zamp Prism visor anti-fog. When that thing starts fogging up, you know there's a problem.
Right.
I mean, it was 19 degrees when we came off that track.
Yeah, it was cold.
So, yeah, it was 19 degrees, and Kendall was the first one that came out to me, and it's like, we had 2 more laps, I wouldn't be able to hold on. I mean, it was so bad the moisture was coming up off the track, and you can actually see.
Oh, yeah, you could see it going in the corners. My car started going away, and then you guys just took off.
With a guy in front of you, you could see where his marks were, and it's like, this ain't good. So yeah, that was a fun night. I did it, like I said, I put very minimal adjustments in that car. All it was I kind of looked at the weather, And I'm always checking though. You guys see me with the truck. I'm not really on my phone because I don't really outside the trailer. I'm not on my phone, but in the trailer, I'm like crunching numbers and being like, okay, well, if I set up for the cool weather, this is what we're gonna need. Boom, 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 for air pressure and rebound and all. So I'm thinking, I'm like, I look at it, I'm like, oh, low is like 33 degrees. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a little chilly. Oh, well, I didn't know it was gonna be like 15 degrees colder. But no, we set up for the cool weather and we kept the car like that. And I says, well, when in that heat race, the car was all over the place. I'm like, just get through the friggin' heat race. And it's gonna start cooling off. Well, when it start cooling off, that's when it was my time. So.
Yeah, that car, my 88 car, that thing was fast at the last race of the year.
Who's running that car?
Liam.
Yeah.
That's now the 21 car. Yeah. Yep. So, and then it's just, Liam's going to be...
well, I couldn't fit in that damn car, by the way, because the way, what's his name had it.
Kale.
Kale had the seat so damn forward. And I'm like, how does he even drive this damn thing? He's taller than me. Yeah. And I'm like I couldn't even turn my head. Like in my car, my seat's all the way to the floor. My head comes, if you're looking at my car, right where my head comes, you can barely see my head on the side window because of how low the seat is. But I can see I can see everything. I mean, I can see I can see out all the side windows. All it is the back of the seat.
Yeah.
From below my shoulder, right here below my shoulders, my armpits are up. It's more folded back, and the seat's all the way down. More comfort for me.
Yeah. But no, Liam will do pretty good. He's got a little bit to learn. Like if he's starting on the pole, he's gonna want to slow it down. Keep a steady pace. He's new. He didn't know.
Hayden didn't know about hot laps. Now he knows everything about hot laps.
Yep. Now, everybody's learning, keep your pace. The race is controlled by the person on the pole. But, keep a steady pace, not matted to the floor. You got to keep it slow. Liam knows all about that now, so he's going to be good. He's going to do pretty good this year.
No, you keep it matted to the floor when the green flag comes up. You don't come off that friggin' thing unless it's a caution or the race is over. Yeah. Just keep the thing it's all in your... Yep. It's all in the line, too. Right. I mean, you got to hear the RPMs. That RPMs are not cranking. If your RPMs are not cranking, you're not going to go anywhere. If you hear the thing going...
Right.
You're slowing down.
Yeah, keep them cranked up.
Yep.
But no, Liam is going to do very well. He did very well his first race out there, and there's still some things to work out, some kinks to work out. But you know what? He'll learn. He's.
I mean, I learned real quick. Remember my first race? We don't want to mention that one.
And JT Francisco is going to be his first time in the car up at Monadnock, so we'll get him out there for the couple of practices. He'll probably be slow for the first few races, so he'll stay out of everybody's way to get some seat time, and he'll pick it up eventually. So, that's to do with a lot of the rookies. Derek Forst's car should be there. Will it be? I don't know. That was a chassis that I had to send up to Maine and have a whole new front put on it. So hopefully that will be there. But we're looking at probably anywhere between 10 to 15 rigid suspendeds and maybe 10 rigids. That's what we're looking possibly being at Monadnock.
All right, what was that again?
Probably around 10 to 12 to 15 suspendeds.
That's what I thought. Okay.
And then around maybe 8 to 10 rigids.
Yeah.
That's still a really good field.
It's a really good field, yeah.
So, and this is the track where we got to score everybody together, but obviously I do the points separately, and yes, there is 2 winners, 2 second place, and 2 third place, but I think Monadnock Speedway only does a first place trophy. So, I will be taking care of the first, second, and third place trophy for the rigids, and the second and third place trophy for the suspendeds.
Mm-hmm.
So those will be taken care of us. But yes, Chris, there is a lot of first timers. I agree. So
I mean,
I hope Jason or Jacob win this year.
I'm gonna try to.
I'm not gonna try to. I'm just gonna let the car speak for itself.
Yeah.
I mean, you can put Jacob. You can push the car. You can push that damn thing all day long.
Yeah, just like it pushed you going in the one, like I accidentally bumped you going in the one at Hudson at one point and got you a little loose.
Oh, that pissed me.
And I came up and apologized to you afterwards, but you said you were laughing about it.
I was laughing about it afterwards. Me sideways in the corner looking up the friggin' passenger side.
Yeah, because like I said, I had all the momentum right behind you. I was in the draft, and when I bumped you and saw you get loose, I'm like, oh, back off a little bit.
Yeah,
Hudson...
well, I come up there to give you a nice bump, congratulations, and you're going for an all friggin' kamikaze and freaked out on me. And I'm like, dude, I'm like, man, I'm happy for you, whatever.
Yeah, you messed up your steering in your car anyway.
Oh, you owe me a Camry logo.
I don't owe you anything.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I got to.
It says Amri now.
Okay, and?
Go over and see.
Because you're an Amri.
I got to go over and see Matt and get a couple headlight kits. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll get over there and see if he can get it made up for me.
I just need headlights because my headlight was.
Yeah, I need.
You don't. Race cars don't need headlights. The racetrack's always lit.
I need a headlight and taillight kit for the.
Well, it only has one light in it now.
So.
I when I painted that car, I just threw some flat black on it and just went racing that one day.
All right, hold on. We got a call coming in. Hey, Kendall.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. How are you?
Yeah,
How's the broadcast going?
You're on it.
Oh, okay. Hey, I know I had a gentleman that I talked to, and I don't know if this is something you want to look at, but this is what they do in Virginia. I know we're not in Virginia, but he asked me what happened at the race, and I told him we had a rookie on the pole, and they have a rule down there. All rookies, if they start on the pole, is they need to have 3 races in before they even start there.
Correct.
Is that something we can look at?
I'll look into it, yep.
Because that's what I told him what's kind of happened, and he says that no rookies start on the pole unless they start in the back. They can see what's going on, and after the 3rd race, and they can kind of figure it out. That's how it works down there. But I know we're not down there, but I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, we can look into that.
Kendall.
Okay.
Kendall, this is Jason.
Yeah.
Hey, that's down at Langley, right?
Well, no, that's the Virginia Mini Cup Association.
Yeah, that's Virginia, okay. Like the Midwest guys.
Yeah, I've heard of that before. I've heard of it before. In like WKA and stuff like that. I definitely heard of that before.
But I talked to a guy quite a bit or whatever between his racing and mine, and he asked me, he saw me on the video, and he said it seemed like it was kind of a
it could
start, and I said, well, we had a rookie on it, and he says, well, any rules, the rules that we have, no rookies start on the pole until they get 3 races in.
Okay.
It could be a hazard. I could see it.
But I'm just saying, I know but that's something to maybe look at for the next race coming up. But I'm just throwing it out there and see how it goes.
Yeah, we're definitely looking at that. Absolutely.
So, okay, we'll talk to you a little bit.
All right, sounds good. We'll see you at Monadnock.
Yeah, bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Hey.
Oh. Rachel, can you go down and get Mr. Elliott, please?
Baby.
I could see that being an issue. However, I would definitely consider that rule.
Yeah.
In the heats, because the only way a rookie can be on the pole is if they win that heat.
Right.
And I think that should be a rule. However, how is a rookie ever going to get really up there? Unless they're not trying. I mean,
it's possible. I mean, Kendall does have a good point.
He does have a good point. I mean, I've been in that situation a long time ago when I was a kid. Like when we were starting in they didn't even call them sportsman champ carts, but I had to wait like 3 to 4. I think it was like 4 races before I could actually pick the chip for the heat.
Mm-hmm.
But that was it. After those 4 races, I was eligible, and we picked the chip every time. And
that's actually something that we will.
That was a sportsman. I mean, I've been racing
because when I first started for doing like the outside pole, I always kept an eye on the pole sitter, and then I also listened to his engine, also watching, waiting for the green flag as well, is what I did.
You can't. I know for a fact, Jacob, you cannot hear somebody else's engine.
Right.
You can only hear yours.
Right. And it's.
But I see where you're coming from.
Kendall does have a good point. We will look into having non-rookies start on the pole. You gotta have 3 races under your belt before you start on the pole. So.
Well, that's just. I mean, they're all your guys, so it's not like somebody owns their own car and they're coming into the freaking division. I mean, I can understand it. I can see that. I mean, like I said, it's just for that. How is a rookie really gonna get up there?
Well, if he can drive on from the race, back, if he can drive from the back to
and
the
go
front,
to the front, that's
then,
one thing.
Right. If he can do that on his first race, then we'll put him on the. Then if he will have him draw. But he's got to meet our expectations on starting on the pole. Which, if he's going to be slow, start in the rear until you get up to speed, and then
I like starting in the back anyway because I can see everybody.
So
sometimes you'll just see me just.
My daughter's asking, I have a question. If you're in the middle of a race and your car catches on fire and you don't see it, what should we do?
Oh, you'll be able to see it.
You'll be able to see it, trust me, and you'll
Get
be able to
out
feel
of the
it.
car.
Just ask me. Coming off the track at Londonderry.
Go in the infield and get out of the car. That's it. Shut it off and get out of the car.
But, I think that question was for me. Do you want to talk about one of your rigids there that went up in flames on me?
My 90 car at Londonderry.
Fucking assholes.
Right. So,
just try to get out of it.
Yeah. Just
do not hit that fire extinguisher. That's the last thing you should be thinking of. Just try to get out of it.
Just get out of the car. Just go in the infield, shut the car off, and get out of the car. But yeah, I mean,
still have me a fire seat, by the way.
We're gonna be looking into if the rookie drivers, like I said before, if the rookie drivers can go from the back to the front, then yeah, obviously he's ready to start on the pole. He or she is ready to start on the pole.
Well, I mean, it's in the rule book of the first 3 races, and you have to wait the first 3 races. It all depends on how it's written. And we're gonna look into it. Yeah,
definitely.
We'll definitely have a rule by Monadnock, because Monadnock is really
Monadnock's a fast track. So.
It's fat. I mean, I've never raced the mini cup on it. I think the last thing I raced my dad's Pro Stock on it, or my dad's SK Modified on it. That was like the last race I've ever raced on, and that was back in after my dad died, back in late 2003, very late 2003, and it was like October 2003 or something. So I'm in the military the year after, so.
Yeah, I think Keith Levine will be at Monadnock as well. He said he's going to try and make it. So, but the gearing is a 1455.
Or a 1559.
Or 1559, depending on what clutch you have.
Whoa. 1459?
No, it's a 1455 or a 1559.
Right.
Okay.
So, yeah, all cars will definitely be ready. And, yeah, I mean, it's, Monadnock was fun the last time we went there. It was fast.
It was fast. My car was loose, but,
yeah,
it is what it is.
The gates open at 2:30 in the afternoon, so it is a night race.
I told you to check on that. Remember? I was like, is this a day race, mid race, night race?
It's a night race. Gates open at 2:30.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, so we got, we don't have to wake up crack ass in the morning and, wake up and...
See, I would have already been in that area if it was, because, me, I get there the night before. So.
Yeah. Monadnock's not that long of a ride, so it's probably about an hour ride from here.
Well, I remember being Sean Martin freaking camping on it. Actually, we got locked in. We thought for like 3 hours. It was pouring rain at Riverside. Let me just tell you this one story. Yep. This is after I blew up that motor. And I'm like...
I know Keith and I and Rachel stayed up there last year.
Yeah. Well, we got locked in the pits. Well, we thought we did. And Sean's like, do you want to check that and see? Because I'm kind of starving, and you're probably starving. And so after like 3 hours go by, we're like starving at the point. And I'm like, yep, gates unlocked. Go to McDonald's, come back. It was great. It was fun. And then we started getting carbon monoxide poisoning by Sean's heater, and that was fun.
Oh, inside the trailer?
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. I'm like, no.
I'll bring a tent next time.
Nope. I'm gonna pitch a tent when I got a freaking 20-foot trailer that has an 8-foot mini cup in it. I got
9 foot.
I got living quarters and nothing now, man. I got living quarters. I got a nice futon.
Well, you gotta
I got a nightstand.
Well, you gotta do what Sean did and put a bed in there that folds up.
No, I like my futon because I can sit on it.
Yeah. That's funny. But yeah, I mean, camping will be available and stuff, so I believe at Monadnock. I don't think Norman will have a problem with that. There's plenty of parking.
I'm not, dude. Just go 101, boom, there in an hour.
Well, I'm saying for people that live far away that want to.
I mean, I might do it just to be there at night, so because my truck. When I drive my truck, I'm colorblind. Did I ever tell you that? I refuse to put a sticker on that truck. I'm just colorblind. And they say, "Hey, what's up with the sticker? What are we talking about? It's blue."
Yeah, right?
It's blue. No, it's yellow. No. Who's colorblind here?
That's one way to get around it.
But that's no, right. I don't know.
So yeah, Chris confirmed it.
There's nothing there though. There's nothing in that area. You go up and it feels like you're in a friggin' old western.
Right.
It does. Winchester.
Yeah.
It feels like you're in an old western.
Oh yeah.
You turn around and you just there's nothing in Swansea. There's nothing in that area until you get the Keene.
Right. Once you get the Keene, then you'll be able to go and get something to eat and stuff like that. But I just suggest you bring it with you.
Yeah, I wouldn't go back. I wouldn't leave.
Yeah. Right.
Once you're there, you're there.
Yeah. But no, bring just Monadnock is gonna be great. I think the race after that we have is at Hudson.
Yeah, I'm doing the first race at Hudson, and then Grace is gonna get into.
But definitely make sure we're there on the 26th. Make sure some people are there on the 26th or are tuning in.
No, not the 26th.
You want to get?
It's 27th. Sorry, so I gotta fix the thing up here.
Hudson, July 27th. There will be a gender reveal at Hudson Speedway.
Oh, Jacob?
Yes.
So we don't know what Jacob is?
Well, I haven't known that for 23 years.
That's your bitch.
But anyway, so what we're probably going to wind up doing is Rachel's probably not going to be able to fit in a mini cup, so I'm going to have her take the golf cart. Jacob's going to take his mini cup. We're going to put big, huge spikes on the front of it.
Huh?
We're going to have big, huge body balloons in the center of the track with the colored powder that's in the balloon.
Why doesn't Jacob just go around the damn track with the car?
Because they both want to do it. So we're going to have 2 big, huge body balloons, and they're both going to run right into them, and they're going to blow up with the spikes on the front of the cars, and then once they see the color, they'll know what the gender is. So.
That's not like while we're racing. Like,
no.
Is this after?
Yes.
After the show?
Either after or intermission, one of the two.
This will be after.
Well, I don't want to be running over your friggin' your glitter and crap.
That's funny. Glitter and crap. But no, it's not glitter, it's just powder. But no, we'll do it at the end. So none of the powder's gonna be all over the track for other cars. That's what I'm saying. Like that.
I got loose on Jacob's powder. I mean, come on.
But yeah, so it's gonna be July 27th. June 27th at Hudson International Speedway for the gender reveal. July 27th, right? Is it June or July, Jacob?
July?
July 27th.
July, yeah.
Okay.
I gotta edit the posting because I think I said it for June.
Did you?
Yeah.
So. Well, William's supposed to be here, but he's running really late. We got 20 minutes. But, yeah, so we're going to be, that's going to be one of the events. We will be set up at the Deerfield Fair this year.
I'll be at that one.
We will be setting up 2 different locations at
hey, freaking Chris.
Deerfield Fair. Fireworks, too. Yeah. So,
can't run fireworks there.
The Deerfield Fair, we will be setting up at 2 different locations. We're going to probably be set up where we were last year by the tractor pulls, and then we're going to see if we can get another spot across the fair at the other end.
Yeah, where the drunk pool is.
So we're going to have 2 locations there. While I am set up at the Granite State Fair, Jay Romfrey and Sean Martin will be running the location at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We will have a 20 by 30 spot set up there. One of our cup cars will be set up as a simulator, so kids can get in the car and do 5 laps around the New Hampshire Motor Speedway inside the mini cup car. as there'll be other cars on display for people to look. So and that's just we're gonna have 6 to 7 cars at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We'll have at least 6 to 7 at the Granite State Fair, and probably another 4 or 5 at the Deerfield Fair at each location.
I gotta provide my car.
So,
I mean, we're not racing that weekend. So.
If anybody, wants to bring their car and put it on display, we'll only race in one weekend in September, and that's September 1st. Other than that, we have the whole month of September off for these events.
Well, I don't mind bringing my car up, but I don't need freaking kids putting bubble gum underneath on my seat.
No, we'll just fill it with balloons.
We won't be doing that.
Shut up.
But yeah, it's just it's going to be an amazing month of September. August, we're going to see if we can get some things lined up. I know we're trying to get an event set up over at the Fishcat Baseball Stadium for race night.
When's that?
I don't know yet. I'm waiting for Andrew to get back to me on that. We'll bring like 4 cars over there.
The problem is now...
I would like to do it when the Portland Sea Dogs are there.
I wouldn't mind bringing my car over there, but Jesus Christ, like, I don't know. I'm just very... I don't know. We've done it so many times that...
Yeah, well, it'll be fun. I know Paul Sipe and his 4 cars will be... I think they're going to go to the Granite State Fair. I know Jacobs will be...
I mean, if we're not racing that whole month, I'm going to be at the Granite State Fair with you.
Yep.
So...
You and my sister can probably run one location as I me and Sarah run the other location.
Or whatnot. I mean, we can figure it out.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, no.
Because we'll have apparel at both locations. See, we can't sell apparel at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway, so we'll be giving a bunch of stickers away. So that's over there.
Yeah.
You got it incoming.
Hey, what's up, man? He finally showed up.
About time. Woohoo!
Come on in.
Come on in, sit down, put your headset on. Everybody, this is William Elliott. He's the driver of the number 41. Getting out of work late?
Yes.
How was it?
It was a long day. I live in Vermont, so it takes a while.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
He's also my new Facebook friend.
Yeah.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good, you?
Good.
Cool. So, I see you got the car all wrapped. Looks pretty good.
Yep.
So, are you getting everything all tidied up and ready for Monadnock?
Oh, yeah. I went through that rear end probably twice again already.
Yeah.
That way it don't move again.
Yeah. Put lock collars on it?
Yeah, they were already on it, but they loosened up or something.
Yeah, make sure they're all tight.
They will.
What, your tires slide into?
Yeah, that's how I got it flat.
Yeah, my son's tires, those tires are new.
Yeah.
You only got 2 races on them.
Yeah, it slid in and then popped it. Like, probably, I don't know what I did, 5 laps under the yellow.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I don't know, whatever it was. They had the lights off and...
Yeah.
The start was confusing.
You don't know anything in that rear end until you go green. And it sucks being under caution for that. I mean, I was under caution one time with a right front, and I'm like, send it. I don't give a shit. Green flag drops, again. Blew out the tires in pieces, but I've had my share of tire problems.
Yeah, like I said, those tires on that car, they only have like 2 races on them. I got your sponsor that sent me the money for 2 tires, so I got those ordered. I know Chris Jones wants me to order him some tires, so as soon as he gives me the cash, I'll get those ordered. So, Dad, we are going to have Pappy's Memorial Race this year, as in 2 weeks. It will be 7 years. Alyssa, we do have Pappy's Memorial Race this year. I'll let you know more information about that. It will be at Hudson.
I think it's the same day as
the gender reveal.
Yeah.
All right, we'll
the 27th.
Yeah, I think so. We'll figure that out. But
as long as Pete's not in it and spinning around in that.
Yeah,
on
no.
that night. Oh my God.
I'm all done.
I'm like, dude, put some weight in that car. Fuck it. I just put some weight in that car.
Star.
That was at Star, and let me tell you.
Jacob Cook almost hit me.
I think my car won't go back to Star.
Sarah was recording it, and
because every time I'm at Star, there's something bad though. Everything costs me money when I go there.
That's back when I was having chain issues with my car.
Sarah was recording it, and I think I learned a few words because I kept on spinning it.
So. Yeah, well, you got every. You know.
Well, that's a car that we just threw together, and we had no weight.
Yeah, that's the car you almost rolled up at. No, wait, no, that's the other one. Sorry, that's the old '88 car.
Yeah, no, my '88 car that I had there, actually, the Kingsleys own it.
Yeah.
Well, not just that, but you had no weight in it. I mean, you got the roof coming up, you got the freaking trunk coming up, you got. I mean, the thing's just waving at you, going. I'm like.
Well, we threw that thing together with junk tires on it and everything.
Well, yeah, just to get you out there, but. That'll never happen again.
No. I mean, if I could, jump in one of my cars one more time, I would, but medically I cannot. So it kind of stinks, but...
Legally, no.
But... Maybe next week, if I can find the video again, which I'll just go to your Facebook, I can clip it and I can show it on here. Yeah. If you want.
On my retirement race?
Yes.
Yeah, that was, I started dead last in my mini stock. I got up to second place and got into it with Adam Perkins and head on into the wall. Yeah, that was done.
So, William, what's your background in racing?
Oh, my family's been in it.
David Elliott.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Matthew Kimball is my brother.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't he have an open wheel modified now?
We have a wheeling car, and he has two of them.
Yeah. Eli still racing?
Yeah.
In the karts?
Yeah, and actually my nephew is now. He's only 5. He just started this year.
Oh, good. Running
at nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Mini cups are fun. I mean, you got it's funny because I've been racing since I was 5, so and I started out in open carts and went to WKA, did a bunch of shit with WKA for a long time, and then went into the pro stocks, went to the modifieds, came back in the pro stocks, sold everything off, and then went back to the mini cups 15 years later, because it's just fun. They're just fun cars. Right. You just throw them around.
Yeah, it's totally different.
Yeah, I mean, you're 2.5 inches off the ground, and sometimes you're white knuckling. Depends on what the car is doing, but sometimes you're white knuckling. Right. Sometimes you just because these cars can go a lot. A lot of people when they're in the grandstand, they just see the cars going around real slow. But if you're in it and you're 2.5 inches off the ground, you're not going that slow.
Right.
I think we're racing at Monadnock Speedway on the 17th. Lee USA Speedway, I believe, is racing on the 16th and the 17th. So I want to see if I can get $30,000 to win for the gamble at Lee USA Speedway on the 16th and 17th. So I'm going to see if I can get my booth set up there for the weekend.
Who's going to run it?
And I'm going to see if I can have somebody run it.
Who's not racing that week?
Right.
This is a question.
And then, or somebody can take my spot for the day at Monadnock and just see, do what I do, and then that way I can run the booth over at Lee. But we'll figure it out. And
you know who to call?
Chris.
Right now, I mean.
But I don't know. We need to see if we can find somebody that can keep a tally on where everybody finishes, so I can do the points.
Yeah, I've never been in a mini cup at that track. I mean, if it's anything like freaking.
It's interesting. It's very, very interesting.
No, I know it's a high bank track. I mean, that's something. It's like a crossbreed between It just looks, looking at it and then remembering.
I don't know. I don't know if Rocky's watching or not, but I'm pretty sure he can vouch. It's almost like Star, but more banked.
Star's flat, right. So anything is going to be more banked.
Well, the backstretch,
obviously, but still.
Backstretch at Star in a mini cup is a little bit banked.
Yeah. But not since it's been paved.
Yeah, Monadnock is fast. Yeah. You know they're repaving Riverside now.
So it's going to be quick too.
Yeah, it's going to be fast. But the race that
you're telling me that bump is that bump on turn 4. I mean, you're gonna have Sean Martin.
Which one?
That turn bump coming out of 4 at Riverside. Oh yeah, every time.
Yep, that'll be gone. That'll be gone.
Thank God.
But the race that everybody's gonna have fun is October 4th at Lee USA Speedway. That's gonna be a fast track.
Now why?
I'm excited to run.
Here's my question. Here's my Jacob. Every time you talk, it mutes me. Okay, so let me ask you a question. Is it why are they taking the character? It's the character out of that track? Is it because it's Riverside? Is it because of the flood?
I honestly don't know.
Is there, is it because of that flood, or is it time? I mean,
honestly,
that's the biggest question.
I think there's a lot of frost heaves in the track that's making it, getting all the bumps and the cracks and everything.
The flood didn't help it either.
Right. So what I think they might do is, I don't know if they're just milling it and then paving it, or if they're tearing it all out, redoing the gravel underneath it, and then repaving it.
They'll probably mill it and pave it.
So that's what I'm thinking. But if anybody knows, let us know what they're going to be doing with Riverside Speedway and Adventure Park.
Oh, we know the owners pretty well. So.
Maybe you should call the owner up and ask him.
Yeah, maybe we can do that next week. We'll do it while we're on the podcast. Call Michael Humphrey.
Yeah.
So, and then we'll see if we can get him on. I'll call him during the week, see if I can call him on the podcast, and give us some insight on what's going on over at Riverside.
Yeah, I enjoy that track. I mean, I drive 2.5 hours. I drive from Nashua and all the way up there, and I usually pack the lunch and stay at night because I feel like
camp out.
Yeah, we just camp out. I mean, we got me. This is right before you came in, but I don't know if you heard me, but me and Sean Martin got stuck in we got locked in there. Well, we thought we got locked in for the first 3 hours, and it's pouring rain. I'm like, dude, let's just jump the fence and walk to the nearest McDonald's. Yeah, right. So we finally got somebody. Well, we thought that they locked us in. They didn't. They just dummy locked it.
Yeah. Yeah, because they knew you guys were there.
Yeah, so
yeah,
they are so cool. They're just a great family. They're a great family.
Yeah, they're just Michael Humphrey and everybody. We appreciate we appreciate you guys having us there, and we all absolutely just love the track. It is a long ride, but we are going to be there.
Yeah, and I'm actually still working with
How far is that from here?
About 2.5 hours.
Well, you're in Vermont, so
a lot closer to you.
Yeah,
than it is us. So
it's like every track has that one bump in 3 and 4. Well, Monadnock had it. Hudson had it.
Yeah, does Monadnock? Well, hold on. Does Monadnock still have it from the repave? Because they said they weren't going to take anything out of that track. They were going to friggin' scan it.
2.5 hours from here is Riverside Speedway.
They were supposed to scan that track and keep every bump and everything into that track.
Yeah,
because they
probably for the computer for like iRacing.
They had iRacing actually scan it.
Not in real life. I'm sure they fixed the hole.
Yeah, I think it's.
I haven't been out there, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I haven't. I've been to Monadnock.
Well, find out.
I've never raced on it.
I've raced on it once.
It's been almost 7 years since I've been behind the wheel of a mini stock. So, but I think I retired. 3 months after I lost my dad. So, yep, kind of stinks. I miss it a lot, but it's it is what it is. It happens. It's all part of racing.
Funny, I look at these years on you think 06, 06, 07, whatever. I'm over in freaking Afghanistan at that point. 06.
Well, they get split.
Actually, no, we were in Iraq then. From 06, 07 to 08.
Yeah, 2004,
2005.
2004 Sportsmanship of the Year Award.
Yeah.
I was in my number 71 Roadrunner. So, yeah.
Let me ask you, 71 at Hudson, did you have a Volkswagen at one time?
I never had a Volkswagen.
No, because there was a 71 in that race.
I've always had CRXs or Civics.
Yeah.
Or one Ford Escort.
I remember most of them.
Yep. And I actually had a Chevy Cavalier. So... But most of them were CRXs. My 71, I believe, was my Cavalier. Yeah, it was a blue Cavalier that I had. I put a kid in it for the Thunderlights, and then got him going, and I built myself a CRX while he was driving the Cavalier.
Yeah, that was.
Isn't that series coming back?
One.
Yep.
That series.
The Thunderlights are back for the Hudson Speedway.
I wouldn't mind getting one.
So
they're hard to find, and they're probably. I mean, I'd rather a street stock, but because you can race anywhere with them. I mean, I'm racing Chris's car at least once this year.
Yeah.
I actually told them today. I'm like, yeah.
What's a Thunderlight like?
A Thunderlight's like a bone stock 4-cylinder car, and they're
like
kids.
Well, I was almost telling.
Regular, back in the day in Darrow car.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be fully caged for safety. You know,
say for kids?
Thunderlight, yeah, it's for kids.
So I'm all set. If I'm gonna get smoked by a 7-year-old out there, I'm gonna be on iRacing and not even. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So the Thunderlights are just for the kids and not for adults.
That's a Roadrunner.
That's a road. Well, They're no longer Roadrunners. They're actually called Mini Stocks.
Yeah. Which is a dying series, right? Or is that still coming back?
Yeah.
You can see them every once in a while.
You can see them every once in a while. I know Monadnock has a few of them, but
where they go south, more south now, down south.
Yeah.
A lot of it has
Freedom Factory.
It's like the mini cups. It's like you'll never. I mean, if back in when I was racing, when you kind of grow up around WK as a kid, you kind of know what a mini cup is after a while, and you're like, my dad's like, oh, those are cool. I remember my dad going, those things are cool, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, we had a.
And it's funny because if you had a suspended mini cup, you had money back in that day. You had a lot of money, and there was nothing but rigids back then. But you had money, and it was very rare to see one. And now you've seen them all come from the south, coming right up to the north now, and it's great to see. Yeah. You know.
Yeah. I know at Monadnock we had, Claremont Motorsports Park. We were racing there for our first race of the season, and this gentleman walked up. He had his 2 kids with him, and he was talking about getting his son into it. He's 10 years old, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely.
The problem is there's no information about mini cups unless you have a division or a series. But the one thing that's gonna CB that, hence block that, is the Bandoleros. Right. Because the Bandoleros will CB that.
Yep. And we're actually faster than the Bandoleros, but those cars are still
no. Those Bandoleros, it's a sanctioned series. You can go anywhere. However, you got to get the motor at one place. Mm-hmm. It's a V-twin motor.
Through INEX,
pulling out 8 horsepower. They're not that fast. We're faster than they are. Right. And it's kind of funny. Yeah, and it's more less cost effective, too.
Yeah. I know. So I'm in talk with a guy named Jonathan over at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. And we are probably 80% positive that we were going to have a road course race for the mini cups. So that hairpin turn that goes up the hill, we'll be cutting that out, so we don't have to deal with that. But we can run the rest of the road course in these cars. I will keep everybody posted on that. I think that'd be pretty cool. I think that'd be,
Hey man, you do it first. You do it first. I told you what to do. I told you what happened.
I will get in one of my cars. I will go out there by myself, and I will try.
It's not going to be fun. It'd be like,
no, we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. 20, 25 cars out there on the road course. It'd be pretty.
It'd be different.
It'd be different. Absolutely.
It'd be a lot of contact.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of.
Well, look at NASCAR. They got a lot of contact on road courses, so they ain't no different.
Well, the thing is, I get in my car. I'm like, who the hell can I piss off first? Like, of the season. I mean, because when I'm out there, I mean, none of the hotheads have really come up. I mean, I'm including one of the hotheads, but I mean, when I'm racing, I'm different. When I'm in that car and on the track, I'm just like, oh, Jay's is doing something stupid. Okay, whatever. He's gonna piss somebody off. Because you'll see it. And then, I think about last year. I'm like, oh, it pissed me off last year. And then I'm like, no, it's a whole new year. We're going to do this differently. So, we'll be nice.
You got to let past years go.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, me and Kendall went at it last year a few times off the track. Like, we kind of, and I'm like, well, that didn't look good.
Yeah, it happens.
And then the board. I mean, I was the president of the series then. The board.
Oh, we'd blow up.
Paul said, let's run the big oval at New Hampshire. That could be our Talladega.
Yeah.
It'd take us 4 days to do 2 laps, Paul.
I don't think it really would. If you did it like 3 laps, it'd be like a 20-lap feature at what's the biggest track race? Lee.
Yes.
It'd be like 20 laps at Lee.
I don't know, Paul. I'll talk to him and see what he says.
Yeah, we'll go right out after the Xfinity series.
Well, actually,
we're just gonna take the track over.
They actually have a charity drive that you can take your vehicle out on the track.
Oh,
I wonder if they'll allow us to take our mini cups cars out after and do like 5 laps.
We'd have to figure out the gearing.
No, just run with your brand. Who cares? Blow it up. Who gives a fuck? Just send it.
Yeah, you probably have to run like a 16-100.
They probably won't.
No, we ran.
Probably be too dangerous.
Remember back in the day.
Oh no, we got cages.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they're not set up. I mean, you got to understand these cages are not
set up to go.
They're not set up for these. The tracks that we have are pretty much that we're running now are pretty much, well, that roll cage will probably. It's not really set up for. It's set up to go over, but it's not set up for concrete.
Well, I think we'd stop before we hit the wall, considering the size of the track too. So.
Yeah, but I mean, you never know.
Yeah. But no, I'll talk to Joe, and we'll see if we can get this.
You know what?
All right.
Well, no, hold on. Jason Fowler's not going to be in it. Jason Fowler's going to be up in the grandstands with some popcorn, laughing at that point, that day.
That's funny.
Because it'd be funny.
All right. So on that note, I'll make some calls. We are out of time for today. I'd like to thank Jay for coming.
Thank you.
You can come on again when you have more time.
Yep.
So the driver of the 41, William Elliott, my son Jacob, myself. We'll see you all next week. Have a good night.
Good night.
Have a good night.